Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of the Late the W podcast. As always, I'm your host, Mahal. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, leave a 5-star review, all of that fantastic jazz. If it's your first time joining, make sure you follow on social media at Late the W pod on all of that. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're active on all of those. So, without further ado, let's sound the horn and get into this episode.
The pitch from Acevedo.
Swung on the line down the left field line for a base hit. Fly ball, gap, right center field.
Double him up at second.
Luke is going back to the 1-8 track. Get out the right, Brennan Mustard Grandma. It is grand salami time.
will send Seattle to the American League Championship Series for the first time in 24 years.
1 week away from opening day, and we are talking about the American League West on episode 131 of the Light the W podcast. I am Mahal Domingo Anderson, joined by Jeff Budke, as always. And Jeff, the United States might not have won the World Baseball Classic, but the Seattle Mariners are going to win the World Series to redeem us all. How are we doing this fine Thursday?
Wow, coming out hot, looking like Sienna versus Duke. That won't age poorly during this podcast. Mahal, I was listening to your Tuesday podcast, and you, at the very beginning, you said, today I'm going solo, and I heard a sadness in your voice. I missed you too, buddy. Good to see you.
Always nice to have Jeff with us, bring some good vibes, bring some energy. You could call him our very own good vibes only Eugenio Suarez.
It's a good thing no one on this podcast came on and declared Venezuela dead 2 weeks ago. That would be embarrassing.
That would be embarrassing, Jeff, wouldn't it?
It could be.
Well,
if it got clipped.
We are talking about the American League West, and we might get clipped from some of the stuff we've said about other divisions. But what we say about the American League West, this is all truthful all day.
We're 100% accurate on this one.
100% accurate. Jeff, let's start with the Angels.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that we need to start anywhere else. This is one that we can just run through.
In 2025, we went 9-4 against the Angels, not our best record against a divisional opponent. We'll get to that shortly. We played them pretty quickly. Go see Mahal down in Anaheim. He'll be there April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then we face them in the midsummer, July 1st, and then we play 6 games against them in September. Hallelujah. That sounds nice.
I do like that September series. I feel like we always do end up playing this team late in the season, though, and then we manage to lose games. You talk about the record last year, not our finest. Somehow, the worst team in the division, we can't seem to beat half the time, and their ace might be Yusei Kikuchi.
I was like, they have an ace? They don't have an ace.
For Anaheim, it's an ace.
Okay.
Jose Soriano, Yusei Kikuchi, that's their 1-2 punch. Is it a great 1-2 punch? No, it is not.
They're interesting enough to not be sad, which is also, it might be a worse place to be. We've been there. We know it. Mike Trout, could he be healthy? Sure. Do they have things they're looking forward to? How's their farm system? Fine.
Not good.
But they're not going to have the worst record in the American League. Probably.
Well, we'll see about that. I mean, this is a team that ranked 28th in OPS last year, or on base percentage, 23rd in OPS. They ranked 28th in ERA from their starting pitchers, 28th in ERA from their relievers, 29th in defensive runs saved, bad defensively, bad at pitching, bad at hitting. They were 30th in average. Like, this team is not very fun, not very exciting. They have some interesting pieces. I do like Zach Neto. If he was on another team, I think we'd be having a different conversation about Zach Neto. But Mike Trout's moving back to center field, where when was the last time he stayed healthy playing in center field? I don't know.
Was it before COVID?
Probably before COVID, which is wild. They brought in pretty much nobody this offseason. Adam Frazier slotted in there if you want that. Josh Lowe's technically there. Interesting piece. But are these pieces to push them over the edge? No. Their 4-hitter is still Yohan Moncada.
Sheesh.
Like,
All right. Maybe
Nolan
this team is
Shanwell-
sad.
this team is sad, Jeff. Like,
Right.
they lost their closer, which was maybe the only fun piece of them last year in Kenley Jansen. There's nothing good about this team. They're not going to be good. They're going to finish 5th in this division.
Well, now we've reached the point, the bad part of the show, where we need to win 10 of the 13 games against them. As a Mariners fan, that's not a good feeling. Can we beat a Cy Young candidate? Yes. Can we lose to a pitcher that neither of us has ever heard of? Absolutely. It's one of our favorite things. It's just a crazy thing that we are addicted to.
Good news is Luis Rengifo's gone. One less Mariner killer on that team to crush our hopes and dreams. Maybe that's an additional win or two against them, but Joe Adell's still there. Mike Trout's still there. Somehow we're going to manage to win like 66% of the games against this team, and we'll be sad that we couldn't win that last third.
Would you sign up for 8-5 right now if I guaranteed it? I think I would, and that's you. Okay, good. I'm proud of you.
I
might
need
take
better
it.
than that.
Mm.
I need so much better than that. This team.
Can
is
we please
garbage.
move on from this team?
Last thing.
Okay.
I would like to thank the Los Angeles Angels for Cade Anderson.
Oh
Last
man, what
I'd
a
like to thank
gift!
them for taking Tyler Bremner last year. And we can move on.
I can't believe Cade Anderson got sent to Everett. We've texted about this. It just doesn't
Well, it's not
seem.
official yet.
It's not official yet. Okay,
There's
great.
conflicting reports. Kramer said AA. Divish has
He
said
should be in Arkansas.
Everett. He should be in Arkansas.
What is ever going to do for him? Unless no, it's unacceptable.
Innings are innings, I guess.
His attitude of "I'm here to strike out whoever's in front of me." That's great. That's a baseball player mentality. I love that. Send him to Arkansas. That's fine. There's a lot of
Yes,
hitters
please.
there that he can work on stuff against.
Yes, please.
Let's go to Sacramento/Vegas/Oakland. The Athletics. 2025. We were 7-6 against them. We played them at home in April, on the road in May, and then we played them 6 more times in September. Our September is divisional loaded. Would have been good research for me to find out if that was the whole league or just us. Whose pitching staff would you trust more with your life and your hard-earned dollars, Mahal? The Athletics or the Orioles?
The Orioles. Orioles
That
have talent in that rotation. Jeff.
Is not a good sign. Because Severino was awesome in the World Baseball Classic. He's a great pitcher. Probably peaked in 2017 or the other night for the DR. And then we got names like Jeffrey Springs, Aaron Savale, Jacob Lopez, Luis Morales. Are those household names? No, I had to do a lot of research to just find those names. It's not good. It's not good for that AAA ballpark.
It's really not good. You mentioned the AAA ballpark. I mean, you talk about the Mariners finding a way to, not hit bad pitchers. Well, when you're playing the Sacramento, Las Vegas, no longer Oakland A's, that tends to be a problem. Severino does not like the minor league ballpark, to say the least. This is a guy that had a whip of 1.07 last year away from home, was over 1.5 at the minor league ballpark. FIP-wise, under 4 away, over 4.3 at home. If they can figure out a way to make him not hate life at whatever that ballpark's name is, maybe they could be a little bit more fun. But they don't really have a bullpen. They don't have a rotation. The one thing they do have, young talent that is up and coming in the lineup, and Nick Kurtz leads the way.
Our darling, our baby boy, the most giant of giant human beings, Nick Kurtz, who any other division would be one of my favorite players, and he might still just be one of my favorite players in baseball. The Big Amish is one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen play baseball. His strike zone, he can cover any part of it. Hitting wise, I'm not sure if he has a weakness right now. I'm sure give it time, those kinds of things. He had a 6-hit, 5-home run game against the Astros, so he's already the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I love Nick Kurtz. Go ahead, Mahal. Give us the savant page of Nick Kurtz. I know you're dying to.
I don't got that for you
Okay,
today,
okay.
Jeff. Nick Kurtz is too much fun. I don't
Just
need
send
to
him a
hurt
love letter
myself.
then.
I might. That's only upstate from me. So he's right here. They have a lot of young talent. We have talked about multiple times together on the podcast how much we hate the Padres for trading Leo DeVries to them. Because what a dumb trade.
Oh, he's got like a 1.1 OPS in spring training. I know it's spring training, but if we're going to praise Brendan Donovan, as we should, DeVries looks better. He's 19 years old or something.
Well, can we praise Brennan Davis then too?
No.
Brennan Davis equals Leo DeVries. But yeah, this is a team with all the talent in the world in their lineup. And they were like, well, our rotation sucks, but let's go trade for Jeff McNeil to make this lineup a little bit longer, which honestly is a sneaky good move. I kind of like it. That lineup's going to be freaking annoying to face. This is a team that was 8th in OPS last year, and they're probably going to be even better this year because that young talent's probably going to take another step forward. They added a piece in Jeff McNeil, like I said. The problem was, as we mentioned, 27th in ERA from starting pitching, 24th in ERA from the bullpen. That's probably going to be what kills them.
If they're trying to win this year, they're trading one of those young guys for some arms. They're looking at things differently. They're not. They know exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to peak when they get to Vegas. This lineup is awesome. They have a lot of these guys tied up long term. It's clear what their goals are. We need to defeat them more than we lose to them. End of story.
They're going to be a pesky team in the division for everybody. They're going to be one of those teams that I really do feel like they're going to be so annoying to play against. But when they are playing pretty much anybody else, we're going to be like, go Sacramento.
Yeah.
Because they are going to be a team that's going to be able to beat on, all those AL East teams, beat on Toronto, our favorite team, beat on Detroit, beat on Houston, beat on Texas, who honestly, Houston and Texas, we'll talk about them next. But we'll see how much they need to be beaten on by Sacramento.
We come into this, we do prep for the people listening to the show. We really care about this. We like this. I came in wanting to pick the Athletics higher in the division, wanting to talk myself into some sort of wild card run, some sort of competitive in August scenario. Eventually, it's going to be hard to win enough games, 10-9. The bullpen blowing games. It's going to be hard to keep morale up. We'll get to that in a little bit with predictions, but like this team, they're going to be fun overall. This isn't the year.
No, I mean, you're going to have to beat teams 15-14 every day, and that doesn't seem likely. This is a team.
Giving up 3 runs per inning, 7, 8, and 9, like after a 15-4 lead. Like, it's terrifying.
It's going to be disastrous, like truly and utterly disastrous. Like, you look at their rotation, I mentioned just overall how bad it was. Well, they didn't have a starter last year that had at least 15, let alone 10 starts, that had an ERA under 4. So yeah, this rotation is bad.
The Texas Rangers, we experienced a lot of success against them a year ago. We went 10-3 in 2025. We played them on the road in April, at home in April. Heavy April for Rangers. We played them in July on the road and September at home. Corey Seager, one of the best players in baseball when healthy. If he plays 145 plus games, we're looking at a 10 WAR season, maybe higher. Their lineup 5 through 9 is hard to stomach when you look at it. Jock Peterson, Evan Carter, Josh Jung, Josh Smith, Danny Jansen, IDK. I don't know about that. Pitching staff, one of the best in baseball a year ago, and they added Mackenzie Gore, Mariner Killer, the Ice Thriller. What do you got on the Rangers?
I mean, you mentioned 5 through 9 in that lineup. I would argue it's the 4 through 9. FanGraphs has their 4-hitter as Jake Berger right now, which I don't see him.
Did I overlook that? 4 through a tough 4 through 9. That sounds familiar. Seattle Mariners fans.
It does sound familiar. Now, 1, 2, 3 is pretty fun, and they upgraded from Marcus Semien and getting Brandon Nimmo, which, screw the Mets for that, by the way. God, I hate the Mets for that. So annoying.
The Mets are annoying.
God, why would they do that? But the Rangers are going to be asking for bounce backs.
Texas in 2023 wins the title. 2024, they never really got going. Last year, Rangers fans, people like, oh, this team's good. Look at their run differential. It's one of the best run differentials in baseball. They would win 8 in a row just to lose 10 in a row. This team could not sustain anything. And then this offseason, they're like, let's fix that by getting a player that pitches once every 5 days. It doesn't make sense. The math doesn't make sense. I'm not sure what they were thinking.
I mean, the thing is, to be able to keep consistent wins and be able to get like a consistent ball club, you need a consistent lineup. And they don't have a consistent lineup. Nimmo, Langford, Seager, that's a solid top 3. Langford has been getting progressively better throughout his career, but Berger with a bad season at the age of 29 last year, this is the point where guys just tend to start to fall off sometimes, especially guys with a Berger build like that.
Berger was
Jock
optioned to
Peterson.
AAA in the middle of the year without an injury. It wasn't like go get healthy. He just got sent down to get right. Like, that's alarming for your cleanup hitter.
He had a 687 OPS last year. Jock Peterson, a 614 OPS last year. He is now 34 years old. Is Jock Peterson going to bounce back to league average or above league average? And this is a guy that is pretty much a platoon bat. I don't know. I would argue probably not.
Younger
Evan
than
Carter.
Aaron Judge.
That's actually wild.
Sorry. Keep going. You're on a roll.
That's insane.
I'm feeling
Evan
punchy
Carter.
today, man.
You know, I like it, though. I like throwing punches at Yankees fans.
Always.
Evan Carter was a 107 WRC plus last year. Well, he was an 81 WRC plus in 2024. Did he figure something out to be able to get to slightly league average? You know, maybe he did. But, you know, is Evan Carter going to change the tides of this entire Texas Rangers team? Probably not. Josh Young, rookie year was good. Hasn't looked the same since. Josh Smith, who cares? Danny Jansen, who freaking cares? Like, it doesn't happen to me.
Comparing the depth of the Seattle Mariners for every single position compared to that in the division is striking. It's a depth as a strength is an understatement. Like, oh, what if we have 3 players that we think are going to be good suck? Oh, let's try 3 different players that we have on our roster. If Texas, let's say Corey Seager goes on the 10-day IL in April, are they winning any of those games? It doesn't look pretty to me. I like the pitching staff, but if you're telling me what are the odds that DeGrom throws 34 games this year?
Well, let me throw this comparison for you, Jeff. We're both Seahawks fans, right? San Francisco 49ers are a team that is aging. They have guys that tend to get hurt. They have a stub station. The Texas
Don't get me
Rangers,
started on the
to
Niners,
me,
man. Don't get me started.
Texas Rangers, to me, seem like a very similar team. Nathan Eovaldi, 36 years old. Jacob deGrom is 37, nearly 38. He had his first healthy season last year in how long? Like, that is their Christian McCaffrey.
And the Niners wasted it.
And the Niners wasted it, and it feels like the Rangers, to me, wasted it last year. Now, they have a kid named Sebastian Walcott, who's in Double-A, that could potentially come up. He is injured right now, and he's not even 20 years old. Kid is good. Is he going to impact the 2026 Texas Rangers in a big way?
He would
Probably
need to be
not.
their third best bat right away if it was going to impact them positively.
And that just doesn't seem likely. Like that's like me. It's a comparison of saying, can Colt Emerson go into that lineup? And I love Colt Emerson. Colt Emerson wouldn't go into this Rangers lineup and be their third best hitter. Like, nobody would from a prospect status.
Let's move on to the Houston Astros before we talk about this division as a whole a little bit more. Houston Astros in 2025, we went 8-5 against them. Don't forget that sweep in Houston to put the old nail in the coffin. We play them this year, home in April, road in May, road in August, home in September. They are very spaced out, our time with the Astros this season. I wanted to compare them side by side. It's better than Texas is, but Houston's 5 through 9. It's bleak. Christian Walker is 35 years old. Joey Loperfido, Yanier Diaz. Cam Smith could have a breakout year if you want to talk yourself into it. Jake Myers is their 9 here. The pitching staff is a little better than I thought when diving into it. Hunter Brown had an excellent year last year. I don't think he'll repeat that exactly. He's still an ace quality. They added, oh no, it went away. The Japanese pitcher, Imai. Thank you.
I think.
Imai. I have terrible news for myself. This is going to be a competitive baseball team. I wanted to bury them. I wanted to be done with them. If they do have the pride, the heart of a champion thing, or whatever it is that they talk about down there, I could see them putting up a fight this year. I don't think they're going to win the division or anything like that, but they are going to be probably above 500, and we're not going to get to make fun of them all year, sadly.
We've had a lot of fun making fun of them this offseason, Jeff, and you may have looked at that roster and been like, well, this is better than I thought. I actually did the opposite.
Let's go!
That roster.
Stick with it.
I don't think it's all that good. Let's talk about Jose Altuve first, Jeff. Let's talk about Jose Altuve. Mr. Buzzer himself. I didn't cheat. Well, Mr. 36-year-old Jose Altuve, are you going to be as good as you were last year? Well, last year you were a 113 WRC plus. You put up 3.9 wins on Fangraphs. That is the lowest since your 23-year-old season in 2013. Over a decade, this guy has been at least a 4-win player pretty much every year. He's been at least 20 to 25% above league average pretty much every year, and he was not that last year. I don't think that this guy is going to be at all that good this year. I really don't. In August and September and October, this guy was below average as a hitter. And not like, oh, he was a 99 WRC plus. He was a 92 in August and a 90 in September and October. The age gets to players at a certain point. And for a guy that has beat the odds throughout his entire career, and I used to like him for that because he's my short king. Well, he's no longer that. He's not going to be able to pull this off. I don't believe in Jose Altuve's ability at 36 years old to be an impact player for this team, and they kind of need him to be.
It was great seeing Venezuela win without him the second he does it on the roster for the first time in about a decade. Has the ship sailed on this career? I hope so, honestly. That's enough. Short king for you. He's the guy that he's 5 feet tall, and he took Chapman deep when Aroldis was at his peak of his own accord. No thanks. You've done enough for baseball. You can go.
Well, maybe if he gets some trash cans banging, he'll be able to, bathe in the fountain of youth this year. Just doesn't feel likely.
I don't believe in Yordan Alvarez either. I know everyone's trying to talk themselves into it right now. If you told me he's playing under 120 games, it's not happening. He's not playing more than that.
Yordan Alvarez, I really don't like that guy. Jeff, we were in the same place when
we were together.
That moment happened. We were on a golf course, and everyone screamed.
There were rumors that tears were shed. No. That happened later. In the moment, just anger.
Golf clubs were thrown. There were some errant swings. It was not.
Words were said. Words were said. In 2000. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just going to echo what you said on him. I really don't think he's going to be able to stay healthy for even like 100 games this year. If he does, it changes this team drastically. And maybe that is the linch point for this team, and it's whether or not this guy can stay healthy. But even when you look around him, I'm like, does that lineup do it for me? I don't know if it does.
In 2025, we went 33-19 against the AL West, our divisional opponents. I think that needs to be matched or improved upon as just like a year-long kind of scope and sequence. Vegas has the. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, let's find some success against this team again. And to me, this is the type of team that the Mariners should be able to find success against. A pitching staff that is good but is beatable for the most part. A lineup that is very beatable. Yeah.
Vegas has the Mariners as even odds for winning the division. Astros at 2.5 to 1. Rangers plus 330. The A's are 14 to 1 and the Angels are 25 to 1. Go ahead and send me that. I'll take it off your hands. I came into this picking the Astros down, and with every time I flipped through a page, Fangraphs, Baseball Reference, whatever, couldn't do it. I chickened out. I have the Mariners finishing first by a lot. I have the Houston Astros second. I don't know if they're a playoff team. I haven't quite gotten there yet. Rangers in third, Athletics in fourth. I wanted to pick the A's so bad. I wanted to be brave. But my bravery lies in I have the Angels finishing sixth somehow.
I wish there was a way they could finish sixth. The ghost of the Oakland A's finishing fifth, maybe?
Yeah.
That's how it's going to work?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the Angels as well in sixth. Oakland in fifth. Sacramento in fourth. I really did want to. I came into this wanting to put them higher.
I wanted to so bad.
But that pitching staff it's a joke.
And the rotation might be better than the bullpen.
Yeah. Which is that's
not good.
That is terrifying.
Who's the Mariners' worst bullpen guy that is good would be like Vargas. Vargas would close for the A's.
There's no way. I can't convince myself of that.
Well, that's good.
I can't convince myself in that. Right. Vargas shouldn't even be a big leaguer.
He's a dog.
He's a PCL dog. Like, I'm not a Carlos Vargas fan. Yeah, I think I would just echo everything you said. Rangers 3, Astros 2, Mariners 1 by a landslide.
Dang.
Finish it, I guess, exactly the same as last year. The one switch up maybe is that I think the A's could pass up the Rangers this year.
If the season goes poorly, let's say April and May are a disaster for Houston or Texas, I wouldn't describe either of their farm systems as good. Houston's is straight up bad. If Alvarez is healthy and you can send him somewhere for some prospects, if someone's willing to take Corey Seager's contract, like if you're bad, Texas has pitching arms they could deal. I could see one of them falling in the rankings just from selling at the deadline too.
The thing I would wonder about is, I wonder how both those front offices sort of view each of their teams, and if they are at the point where they're willing to admit that the window is, sort of closed and like willing to sort of start trading some of those guys. And if it does start at the deadline, I will be very jolly, unless those guys go to the Toronto Blue Jays, because then I will be very sad.
Who cares about the Blue Jays? You can talk about the Blue Jays in a second.
I hate the Blue Jays.
Best lineup for me, I have the Athletics with the best lineup by a mile. Rotation, I think that flips from a year ago. I think the Rangers go to second, the Mariners go back to first. I think the Mariners are going to have the best rotation again. Players, I had Julio 1, Nick Kurtz 2, Logan Gilbert 3. No disrespect to Cal. I just think those three guys are going to be studs this year. Widest range of outcomes is definitely the Rangers. I don't know if they could finish 1, but they could finish 2 through 5. Fewest range of outcomes, I wrote the Angels and the Mariners. I do not see the blueprint for how the Mariners lose the division is, of course, one we're all too familiar with as Mariners fans. But looking at these pieces of paper, looking at all this stuff on March 19th, it's a division winner by a lot.
That scares me, Jeff.
I know.
That really scares. That's terrifying.
It's scary.
This is a team that's never won the division back-to-back years in their franchise's history. They have not won 91 games, thank you, Trevor Plouffe, since 2003.
I heard that one. We don't have to win 91 games, though, to win the division.
To win the division, maybe not.
No.
But I really want 91 wins.
I would also, I would like 95 wins. That sounds cool, too.
I would love that. Little piece of breaking news, Jeff.
Oh!
Opening day starter is Walter.
I knew it. Let's go.
Logan Gilbert going to be starting opening day next Thursday for your Seattle Mariners. So, I mean, I would say that's probably expected. Some people thought Brian Wu maybe, but
I wanted it to be Logan Gilbert. Wu, that's great. Wu had an awesome year. But I think that's really cool for Logan and something he cares passionately about too. So that's great.
I hope it helps their chances of extending him. I really want that guy to be a Mariner for a long time. Long time.
I was going to give my American League MVP and Cy Young picks, or do you want to wait for next week?
Let's do it.
American League MVP, you and I have the same one. It's Bobby Witt Jr. I have Julio finishing second. I have Junior Caminero finishing third. I have this guy's name, Aaron Judge, finishing fourth.
Arson Judge?
Yeah, and Nick Kurtz finishing fifth. What is your AL MVP ballot?
I have the same 1-2 as you. I think Julio puts it together for a 162, and I think if Bobby Witt Jr. doesn't have, the year that I really do think he's about to have, then Julio probably wins. I would put Arson Judge at 3. He's just that freaking guy. He somehow does it every year. I think that Roman Anthony is going to be 4. I am a big Roman Anthony believer. And 5. Who do I have 5? I don't know who I have 5, to be honest. Nick Kurtz. We'll put Nick Kurtz there. I like Nick Kurtz.
For the American League Cy Young, I have Garrett Crochet finishing first, Cole Ragans finishing second, Ranger Suarez finishing third, Logan Gilbert fourth. I have Scooble getting traded to the National League at the deadline.
Cy Young, I'm going to give to Scooble again. He's doing it again. They're not going to trade him. He's Seattle University kid's doing it again. I have him finishing 1. I have Crochet 2. I have Logan Gilbert 3. I don't think Ranger Suarez is going to be as high as you thought. I will put Garrett Cole 4. I think he's going to come back and be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5, I will give to Cole Ragans.
Love Cole Ragans.
I love Cole Ragans too.
Doing all this work that we've done, last week's episode, this week's episode, one of the biggest takeaways for me is that the American League is not strong. There is no, to me, easy number 1 team. The divisions are not equal. The American League Central compared to the American League East is night and day as far as quality. So how that's going to shake up in the playoffs, I don't know. If you're asking for a prediction today, I had the Royals as the 1 seed, maybe not because they are the best team in the American League, but I see them just dominating the White Sox and the Twins and just really benefiting from that AL Central. I have the Mariners as the 2 seed. I have the Red Sox as the 3 seed, Yankees 4, Astros 5, and Guardians 6. And 5 and 6 was just it could be a bunch of teams. It doesn't.
Needle in a haystack.
Yeah, it's just anybody.
Yeah, I have the Mariners getting the 1 seed. I think that they are far and away the best team in the American League right now. I have Boston finishing 2. I think that team is going to be really, really good this year, and I think that that's going to be on the back of Roman Anthony. I have Kansas City 3. I have the Yankees in the first wild card, Detroit the second wild card, and then I think that third wild card really is up for whoever wants to go and get it. And ultimately, I think that Houston probably will. Yeah, we'll probably get that, unfortunately.
Yeah, in the American League, how many teams are great? It's a low number. We talked about doing a National League preview, but in reality, for the Mariners to achieve their goal this year of winning the World Series, they're only have to beat them 4 out of 7 times. Any matchup we have with the National League is minimal at best, so we decided not to spend too much time on that. But we thought we'd throw out some predictions for division winners. In the National League West, I have the Dodgers. I would definitely take the under on over 104 wins. It seems like a lot. I think the Brewers repeat as Central champions. I like the Cubs. They're my wild card one. I think the Brewers are just going to surprise people yet again. In the East, I stuck with the Phillies. I'm not there with the Braves yet. I'd like to see it first. I think the Mets are a wild card team, and I really wanted to be bullish on this team. I'm still going to pick them to make the playoffs, but the manager freaks me out. I have the San Francisco Giants back in the postseason, which means I have the Padres and the Braves out, which is crazy.
I am not a fan of the Giants roster makeup. I have less fears about the manager. I don't think that's a playoff team. Division winners, Dodgers, are going to win the West, of course. I have different choices for the other two than you did. I think that the Braves will pull it off. I think that the Phillies are a worse team than they were 12 months ago. I think that the Mets are a whole heap of garbage, and they are not going to do well.
Love that.
So I have the Braves winning that division in the 2 seed. I think the Cubs will win the Central. I just can't buy into the Brewers. I couldn't buy into them all season last year. I can't do it again. I think they get a wild card spot, and then I think the Phillies get one of those wild card spots as well. I think that final one will go to. I think the Padres will do it. The Padres always seem to do it, and I like that lineup. I like Tatis a lot. He's one of my favorite players in the game, and there's something about that team to me that I like them better than a lot of people do, and I think that they'll get that final spot.
Bad strikeout for Tatis with the DR on Sunday night. Had that.
Very bad.
NL, if you're spending money on an MVP vote that isn't Ohtani, I think that's silly. I think that Soto is going to have a similar year. You know, Soto led the league in stolen bases last year, National League.
That's
crazy.
Right. That can't be right.
And the National League Cy Young winner, I have, I think his name is Paul Skeens. I think that would probably be the winner, if I had to guess.
Who?
He plays for Pittsburgh.
He can't be good. MVP. I mean, it has to be Ohtani.
He's pitching again.
I think that Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to be healthy this year, and I think that he is a dark horse to do it. He already won the World Baseball Classic. Maybe it's his year. Maybe destiny calls for him. I could see that happening.
We agree there's only space for one more National League East team, so we think we got a little bit of a wager here where I'm taking the Mets, so that sucks for me, but you're taking the Braves, and we'll see where that lies.
I like that Braves roster. I really like that Acuna guy is so fun.
He's so great.
So I do think that he might win MVP if somehow Ohtani doesn't. Cy Young, I mean, yeah, Livy Dunn's boyfriend, like, I guess it's got to be that guy.
How many teams this year, 2026, can win the World Series? I wanted us to go back and forth. If one of us says no, then we're as a podcast, we were saying that team cannot win. They will not win the World Series this year. Dodgers, I say yes.
Yes.
Mariners, yes.
Hell yeah.
Phillies, yes for me.
No.
You say no.
I don't think so.
All right, as a podcast, we're out on the Phillies. Cubs, I say yes.
I say yes.
Brewers, I say no to the World Series.
I'll say no as well.
Red Sox, I say yes, unfortunately.
I say yes as well.
Yankees. No.
I have yes.
Okay.
They have enough young pitching for me.
I know that I've been on here. I appreciate against it. Can the Detroit Tigers win the World Series? Yes, to me. That world does exist. I don't believe in it, but I do see it.
If I'm saying the Phillies can't, I'm going to say the Tigers can.
Oh, great. Braves. I know that I just badmouth them. I kind of say yes.
I say yes. There's a path.
Okay, what teams did I miss? Those are my that was my top tier of teams. The rest of them, it's like there's arguments and stuff. I don't think I missed anybody. Oh, Royals. I say yes.
Oh my God. I don't know if I can say yes if you say yes.
There's only 3 American League teams that are good to me.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes as well.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bobby Witt Jr. is that guy.
He's that guy. I want to talk about Cal for a second, but you should talk about Savage first because I know you're fired up.
Oh, so I actually didn't know that this was something he's been dealing with since he got to camp. But what we know about Trey Savage is he has a very, very high release slot. You know, he basically throws it from above his head. Well, what can happen with that is you can deal with shoulder issues. And Trey Savage is dealing with shoulder issues and is going to miss opening day. Is he going to be healthy this year? I think not. He was in college 2 years ago. They threw him into the big leagues, into the fire last year. He's already hurt, already dealing with a shoulder impingement, whatever the hell that means. This Blue Jays team is just not it, man. They're just not good.
And I want to throw in there, they did not do the wrong thing. They were 2 outs away from winning the World Series. They didn't do anything wrong with putting their chips in, but now you have to pay up. They're going to be bad this year.
2023 Texas Rangers, man. They're not going to be good. They really aren't. Like Max Scherzer is their 4 starter. Cody Ponce was in the KBO last year. He's their 3 starter on opening day. No, I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do it. They're so bad, and I'm so sick of people thinking that they're going to be good again.
I don't see it. We've talked about this a number of times. We're not there.
Yep.
So Team USA sucks. I think we can all agree.
Nice.
The vibes were bad. Team USA chose to be killers. They chose to be mercenaries. They were like, we're going in. We're here to win the World Baseball Classic. We are here to not have fun. We're here to do a job. We're here to do this and get out. They had SEAL Team 6 speaker come in talking about like the mission, all the super worst, every vibe from the worst person you know put into one room, and that was like the collective decision. If DeRosa comes back, oh my gosh. The USA also made a team rule that negatively affected 2 people the most. They were like, we don't have teammates. We're not Yankees. We're not Mariners. We're not Red Sox. We're Team USA. We don't even look at those guys in the eye. Who does that negatively affect? How about the 2 catchers that have to stand next to him the whole time? The Cal Raleigh and Will Smith being put in that position sucks. This team was so not fun that when their bats needed to be loose, when people needed to be free, they had nothing. They scored, 3-4 runs in the last 2 games in a World Baseball Classic against pitchers that weren't in the big leagues anymore. We have seen Cal Raleigh be a leader. Last year, he was yelling at his pitching staff, hitting 60 home runs, telling the crowd, let's go win the whole effing thing, paying the FCC fine with no problem. So now Cal has been a part of 2 winning organizations, the Mariners last year and the USA baseball team. And there is no way that he's going to leave that US World Baseball Classic experience and think, I liked that. That was good. I'm going to do more of that. Absolutely not. I bet he was on a flight that night getting the heck out of there and wanting to come home so that he can lead the way he knows how. I hated all that stuff. You rolled your eyes and texted me. I know it. I hated it. I want to win a World Series with this Mariners team. That was number 1 for me. This did not help. The World Baseball Classic was a huge bummer. Italy benched Dom Canzone. Randy sucked. Julio was fine, I guess. I hated all of it. Bring everybody back. Talk about the experience and use it as a springboard for how we saw things we liked, we didn't like. How are we going to be better moving forward?
I talked about this on Tuesday's episode, but ultimately, at the end of the day, baseball is a game. This is not the Army. This is not the military. Why are we acting that way? Why are we acting that way? There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to be like that. I've rolled my eyes the entire time at the frickin' handshake thing because it is so frickin' stupid that this is a thing on every account. The fact that they were like, you can't shake your teammates' hands because they're enemies now. We're at war with them. Like, I don't care. It's baseball. There's literally a scene in Ted Lasso where they make fun of the entire concept of this. They make fun of the entire concept because it's the dumbest thing that could ever happen. I'm sick of it.
I've finally been able to process all of it. Should any of the guys been as mad as they were? No. Josh Naylor was pretty funny. To say that it was fake or not real, like, that's garbage. Let's use this in a positive way. I can't wait for Cal to be in a lineup. I can't wait for him and Randy to have a handshake, a fake handshake this year, or like some sort of slide away, whatever they got to do to make it fun. Let's get back to playing Mariners baseball and let's pretend none of this ever happened. Yuck.
Yeah, pretty much. My last thought is Italy deserved to lose when they benched Dom Canzone. Don't know why they did that. Like, what are we doing? Same thing with the United States. You deserve to lose when you bench Cal Raleigh 2 games in a row, who is the best catcher in baseball, and Will Smith is swinging at pitches that are hitting him in the thigh.
What did the Mariners need in that game? A home run. They weren't stringing hits together.
It makes no sense. I talked about it pregame Tuesday.
You did. Send DeRosa to the sun.
Just send him back to upstate New York, wherever the MLB Network studios are. Let him do his breakdown on terrible managerial decisions.
MLB Network studios in upstate New York? Why?
I don't know where it is. Somewhere up there. I don't know.
Cooperstown?
Should be in Cooperstown. That'd be kind of sick.
Oh, shout out to at Gutter Creed King, who posted on our social media that we suck and asked if we were smoking beer. Thanks for listening. Love you too.
The answer to that question, by the way, is yes, we are smoking beer.
All the time.
Because that's how that works. Any last thoughts from you, Jeff?
Go Mariners. We're a week away.
You're so close.
Oh, Duke won.
Duke did win. It's unfortunate.
Dang.
But, that's what happens. The Mariners will avenge us. The best year in Seattle sports continues next week. Thursday is opening day. We will be back Thursday. My plan for this season, for those listening, for those who care, I'm going to be releasing episodes Monday morning, Wednesday morning, and Friday morning. Of course, next week it will be a Thursday episode instead of the Friday episode, but I plan to do 2 episodes before that where I will talk about the bullpen as well as some potential players that might be on the opening day roster, whether that be Emerson Hancock, whether that be cousin Leo Rivas, whether that be Colt Emerson.
Primo.
All the news on that We are going to talk about it. We're going to do profiles.
Thank God you're doing bullpen without me.
Yes, I will be going deep into the bullpen. Josver Zulueta, all of them guys. We're going to be talking all about it next week. So make sure you join us for that. If you missed Tuesday's episode, we talked about all the injury news around JP Crawford, Bryce Miller, all of that, as well as the WBC, which is now over. So you might not care about that. But if you haven't gone and listened to that one, go listen to that. Go listen to last week's episode where we talked about the American League East and the American League Central. And make sure you join us next week for episode 100. And that'll be 134 on opening day. This has been episode 131 of the Light the W podcast. Till next time, go M's and peace.